Hey guys, it's me. As always, going to be chit-chatting today and bringing in a few friends. We've got our lovely, if I can find what tab you are on, Tara Lee. And then we got our lovely Simon. And at some point soon, Drake will be joining us if he presses that second enter button. Um, like Tara Lee did yesterday. Or not yesterday, Thursday. Oh, so how are you guys doing this morning? Simel, you had a great set today. Good
Thank you.
morning, Raven Robin. Uh, good to
Good
see
morning,
you,
Cassie.
sweetheart. Good to see you. Let me see if I can get my sound correct so I can actually hear you guys. All right. Can I get a test from Tara Lee and Simel for your sound?
Test, test, test. How we doing? How we doing out there?
I can
Blah,
hear you.
blah, 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 blah.
All right, I can hear you guys. Raving Robin, can you hear everybody as well? Thank you very much for showing up bright and early. I love you. So today we're going to be kind of going through and discussing like the differences of streams. Oop, we've got Drake. He got that button on. Welcome in, Drake. And to introduce everybody, we've got Tara Lee Live and Drake both do streaming over on YouTube. They have a channel there. And of course, Simil, he has an amazing Psytrance and trance channel here on Twitch. Nice. I hope you slept well, Raving Robin. And if anybody knows, Raven Robin is just starting out learning how to DJ. She's taken an adventure with us on Twitch this last year and a half, and she was taking her lessons, I believe, through the Fem House projects, and all of our Freak Fam and whatnot here on Twitch are teaching her how to get her DJ thing on. Welcome in, Vanessa. It's good to see you. Love you, love you. Thanks for saying hi. So today I really wanted to get down and kind of get some of those differences between Twitch and other platforms and why people chose the platforms they did. And that's what Sunday's going to be around. This is our first Sunday, which I am pleased that Simil, Tara Lee, and Drake joined us for. First, anybody? Tara Lee, would you like to tell anybody a little bit about yourself?
Hello. Yeah, my name's Tara Lee Live. Thanks for having me, Cassie. I have a YouTube channel and I am a cannabis grower. I am someone who has embraced cannabis for helping me heal. And it's kind of been a journey after cancer. So I kind of go through that and tell people about different stories. I go and interview people. I travel around the United States right now and up in the Canada area, and I've done some touring. And so you can go check that out on my video. I've also been over to Jamaica and went through some grows over there. But I'm just so excited to get to hang out here on Twitch. Twitch is a new world to me. And so I'm super excited to hear about this from Cassie. And God, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you. Drake, did you want to give a little bit about yourself? What you do in live stream world with Tara Lee and everything?
I sure do. And first, let's test 1, test 2, and make sure I'm coming in for you. Perfect. Looking good.
I can hear you good.
Well, yes, as Tara said, super excited to be here and even greener to Twitch. So it's a new world for me as well. I'm excited to learn the kind of ins and outs and intricacies and follow along with what you're doing with your shows. So I was excited to hear it's coming to fruition. And yeah, as Tara's mentioning, I help over there on the Tara Lee Live YouTube channel. I'm a patient activist and advocate as well. And yeah, you can hear all about what we're into over there, but more so, I'm excited to kind of talk about some of the say issues or things that we enjoy about these different platforms and how we use them to our benefit and how maybe we can kind of utilize them as a whole together and start kind of this. Twitch is really great for seeing all the promotion within. We've noticed that right away. So YouTube's not quite the same. We don't quite have the same interaction, even with a lot of the people that come in to comment. They don't necessarily understand how valuable the likes and things like that are. So some of these intricacies we'll jump into. But for now, that's kind of my little rundown. And yeah, super happy to be here.
Thank you. And again, thank you very much for joining me, you guys. And Simil, next, want to give us a little bit about yourself and your stream?
Wow, what he said. Oh, he said, holy cow. I'm a DJ from Wisconsin, 31 years. Got on Twitch purely by accident. Kind of was like a huge learning curve at an extreme rate. So yeah, this is kind of a great resource. Cassie, you are definitely doing some good things here. Much appreciated. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for being here. I'm so happy that you guys are my first 3 for my Sunday talks. I'm really hoping that we can start here with like kind of breaching that bridge, between the different streaming platforms. Because something I do notice is most other streaming platforms have an easy link to the other social medias versus like Twitch is kind of a little bit over here. And I wanted to get like more of a topic of why people chose which platform they chose for their live streaming and what they believe the benefits of each side are and how, say, the mods or in YouTube world, the wrenches are different. Wrenches versus swords in the different aspects as well, and what you hope to get from your moderators in your live streaming platforms as well. So Tara Lee and Drake, with your guys' YouTube, I know you guys gave me my first wrench and things. That was fun. Over here at Tara Lee Live, so I can try and mess around and see what we can do on that aspect. And so I can also start learning the differences between a different platform mod versus here and there. So what are your guys' kind of like, why did you guys choose YouTube when you started doing the lives?
Well, I strictly chose YouTube because that's actually where I started learning about cannabis information. That was where I first started Googling how to do this, because when you live somewhere where you're cut off from people who do grow cannabis because, the illegalities that everybody believes that it was such a bad drug, we're fighting this war on drug thing still today. That people don't realize that this is such a medicine. And so I was born and raised in a Mormon family. I didn't have anybody to talk to. My gosh, talk to them about cannabis. They don't know shit, so who was I going to talk to? So I had to go to YouTube. So for me to just give back to YouTube, to be able to give any more cannabis information that I possibly can, because I'm living in a state that it's legal. I'm celebrating my freedom today because I can smoke pot. That's what I'm doing. And I want to be an advocate for that. And now I want to come over here and figure it out with Twitch. And I'm just so lucky to have found all of you guys. Simul's amazing DJ. It's fun to hang out with him. And Drake's been an amazing co-host over there for me. Such a super, super, emotional support. And I really appreciate you every day, Drake. So Drake, go ahead. Take it away.
Well, cheers. Thank you, Tara. Appreciate you as well. And each of you, Cassie and Simul. I love tuning in all the time and rocking out. So I'm sure everyone here is very familiar with Simul, but if you're not, get the heck over there and come jam out, come hang out in the Discord and party down. And same thing, Cassie, thank you so much again. It's fantastic. I just love seeing you. You're always on the back end. It's like anywhere I pop over to, you're always there, and there's just some sort of communication. You're always helping other people out, and it's kind of like you're just constantly doing one of these, and you're doing it really well. You're switching hands while you're doing it. It's impressive. So kudos to that. So myself, I kind of more got into like helping Tara out just by like in the industry, we've got some conferences you can go to learn about the different assets or aspects and different facets of the whole industry. I'll keep it kind of bland for now. And in doing so, I actually met Tara, who was on there, who's doing kind of similar role to what Cassie does, and just being super instigative and chatting and just being nice, and we kind of connected, and we're kind of like, I always like to steer the chats in a good way, just as like a viewer, if you can kind of get some positive energy out there and some nice comments, you can kind of turn it and get things going in a good manner. And in a selfish way, I have certain questions I want to answer, so if I can kind of get everyone happy and on the same topic, well then, hey, we'll probably learn a little bit more too. So I met her that way, and then ended up just like taking it off with her, and found out she was doing this channel, and I was like, oh, of course I'll jump on there and help, no problem. This is right up the alley. But in that sense, I'm not like a YouTuber. I didn't go out there with a certain vision. I didn't look at the whole back ends first. I didn't kind of put like all the different apps up for tally and see which one would be best. So I kind of have more of a viewer perspective on it, even though I'm up there and chatting to people, and I'm kind of getting a more full-rounded view of it. And in YouTube, for a mod specifically, you see a lot of the time, it's not necessarily like they have a whole role. It's not like it's more of like if you've been to a channel a whole lot of times, you might just get a wrench because it's like an acknowledgement of your name in a sense. And other times you're also allowed to now say add links and do a couple other things that the average person can't do, which, you know, if just everyone could, there could be a lot of self-promotion or putting horrible links in or whatever, any sort of thing that could get you banned or get you in trouble or just not be your taste for your channel, which you don't want. There are certain channels and you know, we try to utilize it so that the people who have wrenches are people that are coming in there. They're helpfully sharing your link out as you're doing it. They're putting the links to the or to the guests you're having on as you're there, and kind of, you know, help and support what you're up to. If you bring up any sites or bring up anything, they can kind of pull it up on the back end and throw it in there just because they have the ability to, because you've given it to them. But it's not like a huge thing you see. Whereas kind of on your side of things, on the Twitch side, as I'm sure you'll get into, it's a lot more of like kind of like an intended goal. It seems like, from my perspective, right? Like if you become a mod for someone, there's a purpose to it, and you're ideally going to be attributing something to that the entire time, as opposed to still just like the average viewer that now can just comment with a different colored name, and that's always fun too, right? You know, if you've been around for a while and all of a sudden you get the cool color, you're in the cool crew. I mean, like, you know, there's all those sides to it. But that's kind of my take, is like a viewer slash chatter as well.
All right. Yep. I have seen that, and I did notice that, like, when I came over there and I've been watching your guys' channels and I saw the wrench, is like, your guys' really locks down like links being able to be added into chat. Like over on versus on Twitch, like sometimes we can turn that off and on pretty simple. Like we can allow everybody to post links or not. Are you guys able to do that over there?
You know what, Cassie? They might be changing that. Where, like Drake says, I didn't come out to YouTube to make money. It's not something that I came here to do. It's something I just came to get information and education out. So I don't know all the back ends of all the statistics and all the mod stuff. Like, I'm not up on all that. Like you're going to be on all this Twitch stuff. Like, because you guys are, you know, the back end. You've got to know the back end, because it's important, because people are building brands on here. And that's what we're building, you know. Even though I'm not trying to make money, I'm still building a brand. I'm still building a reputation of who I am. And I want to be an honest person, and I want to have the most honest information out there. And so I want to just be that person and that character throughout, which we've talked about. So yeah, Cassie, that's great to talk about. Go ahead.
Sounds perfect. Yeah, I do like that. And Simel, for you, what's your thoughts? Why do you choose Twitch? Because, you know, you said that you stumbled upon it accidentally. What made you choose to continue using Twitch versus other now newer live platforms that have been popping up through COVID?
Well, actually, for me, I started on YouTube, so I know what these two are talking about in sort of retrospect. But for the most part, I was having a lot of difficulty, say, propagation, getting my stream seen, getting my channel seen, where YouTube's more focused on different types of content. Twitch had sort of an opportunity. What I mean is music was new at this point, relatively, and it still is on Twitch. So they're still wrestling with the legalities with music in Twitch, but it seems like they're slowly but surely rectifying those copyright issues. And but yeah, the tools on Twitch were geared more towards entertainers. I mean, you have the interactive features like redeems, all of that stuff. I mean, I can get into the logistics of that, but that'll take forever. But yeah, that's kind of why I stuck around with Twitch. And the fact is the community was so friendly. It was great because one, no politics. I didn't hear anything about it. And at the time when I came on the platform, all you heard about and everywhere else was American politics and yada yada yada. And I was just sick up to hear of it. So Twitch had that different sort of mentality, the sort of bubble that it created where everybody just unspoken rules of like things you don't discuss, and then you kind of can work together without that fear of, well, what are they doing on their political side, or that kind of thing, where everybody's judging everyone based on that. It was very friendly on Twitch. So here I am, and here I'm gonna stay. I really enjoy it, and that's why I'm here. The innovative features. Twitch has done things that no other platform has done, and that's why I'm here.
Well, we are glad you are here because, oh my goodness, you touched on those redeems. Can you explain those for some people that like don't understand of how your redeems were like maybe chosen? Because Simeld has this crazy redeem called the double ladder mix where he gets up on 2 ladders and goes back and forth. Real quick before he gets into that, I do want to say a few thank yous for showing up, Tiger's Milk and Meagles 37. If you guys can shoot her a follower, wonderful gamer, and actually my in real life best friend that I grew up with my entire life. She is a sweetheart. Her and her sister both stream Kimu and then Meagles. They mod for each other, and Kimu, we're trying to convince her to start doing her singing because she has an amazing voice, amazing at the guitar, piano, and everything. But, we're trying to push her to do that streaming on Twitch too, but we haven't gotten her there yet. She occasionally does. And then Omega 11 just showed up and stopped in. If you can also give them a shout out, a nice little follow. Wonderful music streamer there and amazing person. They tend to help join us like I believe today, and I know I just did the schedule on the link tree, but they join us on the Seattle Sunday stream, which is actually going on right now. So while we're talking, if you guys do want to take a gander, I can show you here in a second where we are on that. And you can have a second tab on your PC open at a small amount so you can get some music while we're listening without having to worry about the DMCA on this side. So I can also give some of that love to my Seattle friends. Right now that looks like it is 10 a.m. So we are currently on The Hunt music, and I know he does a lot of live streams throughout the week, and I will drop his link where we are right now is The Hunt. And if you would like to see, this is what we are up to right now for The Hunt. Go ahead and might as well just do this. And so the Seattle Sunday stream starts every morning on Sundays every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and goes until whenever on Monday the next day.
I just gotta say, shout out, Cassie. This is very impressive. It is extremely hard to be able to chat at any speed, at any kind of dialect while you're doing something else. And I mean, you're killing it, honestly, especially for quote unquote one of your first couple streams, even though you've been around too long for that. You ain't no rookie. I can't even dream to do that. Atara's a lot better, but I'm sure she can respect that you're just killing it, because I'm watching her throw the links down while you're talking, and like it's I can see you're portioning different parts of your brain off different things, but it's getting done.
Well, so there's some back end stuff that Cassie's taught me, and this is what's so cool. And you guys are all going to learn this. People that are interested in streaming, you need to stick around and listen to this girl. She knows what she's talking about. People that are that are she's friends with people. Like Simon has some statistics that we're going to probably talk about coming down. Maybe I don't know what all we're going to be talking about, but there's some cool talks that we're going to have today. And if you think you're going to be a streamer or you want to be a streamer in the future, you're going to want to start to listen, because there's some really good information that we're going to talk about today. Go ahead, Cass, Drake, whoever. Go ahead. Sorry, Drake's got his hand up.
Go ahead, Drake.
I just have one thing I wanted to bring up, and it's just in regards before we get into the redemptions, which we should do right away because we mentioned that. But I will forget because I'm like a goldfish. The correlation. I also, after, if we can touch back on Simon, you did mention you played around with YouTube a little bit. I was just curious if after the redemptions we can touch on if you were monetized or not. And then I think it's a great point that Tara brought up that I kind of forgot, that we're not monetized at all and not looking at it in that aspect. It's more just putting out information and wanting to grow larger just so more people can get access to it. But that's a big difference. And I'm really glad Tara did bring that up, because yeah, once you're monetized and adhering to a stricter guideline, there's going to be changes, but then you're also most likely going to see a larger audience come quicker as well with it, and the potential for generating a little bit of income, so on and so forth. But as far as Cassie, I'll let you lead into it, maybe chat on the redemptions first so we keep in order here.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, so we were going back into this redemptions with Simon. I'm sorry that I sidetracked ADHD brain here too, raving Robin, me too. Squirrel.
Spread the love. That's the most important thing about all this. It's just always sharing, and that's something that we're going to bring back over to YouTube.
Yep, and that's one thing why I started to do these, because I could have done these lives on different platforms, but Twitch is really, really fun. And when you guys all touched base on that, Simon, about the whole instant knowing this was a place for us to come to have fun. And that is the one thing that I like about every single mod, mostly that I come across, is they are trying to help promote the love, versus in other chats, they really don't always, like, there's a lot more hate on sometimes those other streams, and like people are just being assholes, versus in Twitch we have a lot of very loving and caring people, at least on the music streamer side. I know that on the gamer side they get a little bit more of trolls, and but gamers are gamers. There's trolls in game, there's going to be trolls on lives, right? Because it's the same people, and sometimes they're searching you because they're upset that you killed them in a round. Versus here, we're just supporting on the music side of things, all the love, unity, yes, Omega, all of the plur. And it's keep that politics to the side. Every once in a while, there is some politic talk here and there, but for the most part, everybody's really nice. Like if we send a whisper to somebody going, hey, let's keep the politic gone out of chat, like, because we're trying to keep this uplifting, people are pretty open to listening to that on Twitch, and I love it. I love it. And Simon, we'll go jump back into talking about the redeems, though. Sorry for a little bit of a sidetrack there, because I know you only have limited time today. So take that away. What made you choose the redeems that you did, and why you like them so much?
Well, that's a very broad question, but there is stock or default redeems, and for some reason, they just didn't really appeal to me, like hydrate. I mean, yeah, I'm a big boy. I'll take a drink, and I do drink enough. So I mean, I don't need that as a redeem and all of that. I wanted, and I noticed when they had the opportunity to create your own redeems. Now I was thinking that's where it's at. Let's get innovative. Let's do things that, one, nobody's doing, and two, how far can we press the envelope with extremeness with these redeems? So my dad was a pretty big ladder guy. He climbed a lot of ladders in his day, and there was a lot of ladders laying around the house. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's throw some ladders in there. We started with one, and I'm thinking, well, that's kind of okay, but what could we do with two? So then I added two, and I added the 2 ladder mix redeem, and it helps people, gets them excited. to be in my stream while they're building up their points to redeem them. And then when they do, I try to make it a special experience for them, so that they enjoy it. Try to customize it a little bit here and there. So there's other redeems that I have too, like the cheese hat and the welding mask, and we've got some new ones coming. Hey, can I talk about one of my new ones that
Yes.
nobody even knows about? So we're gonna do the pickle suit. We're gonna have that available on a more frequent basis, and then we're also gonna have the alien head thing. So got some fun things in the oven as well. And redeems, they're so cool on Twitch. Use them on your channels. Use the features. Get creative, because every channel should be a utopia of its individuality. And going to hydrating every channel, it's like, oh, click here to hydrate. It gets kind of boring after a while. So get creative with those redeems. That's what makes people want to come back. Like Ice Steel. He's someone that's in our collective. Puts an entire ice cream cone suit on, and now he's doing this thing where he's DJing with his feet, and it's great. So redeems, I endorse them fully.
Yep. And then Mixie does the Raver glasses, and
the Reaper.
The Reaper
does a few other ones. Like the glasses, and the used to do the booty shake, but now is not, because new policies on Twitch. But still fun, and it was hilarious when he was doing it. So
yeah, I love all the different redeems that everybody chooses and how unique they are. That actually brings me back sometimes to channels because I want to see it again. I'm like, oh, I missed this. I haven't done this in a while. Oh, they're on. Let's go have some fun. And real quick, I just want to say welcome in Pirate Princess, and it's DJ Booters just showed up as well. Welcome in, hun. And we've got awesome oh wow, I am gonna mess up your name, and I've seen you around everywhere, and now my dyslexia hits me. I see how hard this is for you guys though when you're trying to say the names now that I'm streaming. It is pretty fun. Awesome.
Can I do this?
A possum.
Yeah.
There we go.
Awesome.
There we go. The famous Simon yell. Get that good one. And then it's DJ Booters. If you can give them a follow. Amazing music streamers. We love them all. And thank you for showing up. Oh my goodness. Play game has Dora. That's awesome. Fun. Booters has the vertical worm. And he gets up and does a nice little vertical worm in the air. And that one's a fun one. But so wanted to get back. Yeah, he got a clip of me now. So when you're actually in a stream, you can use the command TV Cassie, and it pops up a video behind him and his two pictures of me doing the vertical worm just before work. I had just gotten into uniform and I'm in the locker room, and I do it real quick and go, back at you. And then I walk off, and because he had a fun little memo where he was asking everybody to submit submit, hey Caballo, the Mad Hippie, welcome in, videos of us doing it. And there was a few of us that did it and turned it in, and he hijacked that for a redeem on his or not a redeem, a command on his channel, but only the mods can use it. So ha. I have control of my own vertical worm. So do you have any thoughts, Drake? Because you've seen that on YouTube, or on Twitch, but on YouTube, do you guys have any extra initiatives on the platform, or have you guys started thinking around with? Because I heard Stream Elements is now starting to be cross platforms for streaming and whatnot.
And I think that's where someone that was a little bit more interested in scaling up a lot faster and doing a little bit more of the monetized line and going down that route would have a fair amount more input. Tara herself is largely more educated on the back end of it, even though she downplays and says not so much. But as we were saying, we're not monetized, so we haven't spent a whole ton of time really going down all the little intricacies of how to really pump things up and get the most views and become the most, kind of like the best show for whichever ad or whatever companies you're working with and so on and so forth. Like I said, we're just information based. Things like that I think are really interesting, and we kind of need to become cross-platform because it's so neat. And like you said, it just adds like that certain creativity of the individual whose channel it is to the platform, and you can kind of, like for ourselves, I see how it could be really easy to have certain things in where if it's more of like a lax show and say like sometimes we do a chill and chat and like a Sunday sesh or something along those lines where it's just hanging out, conversing with the chat and just doing our thing that usually pertains to the channel. So with that, we could add in those little fun things where there could be little initiatives to with us. It could maybe help someone else that we believe in turn to get us to do certain things or roll around in the same kind of manner that you were discussing. But Tara, I know she was AFK maybe, so I can send it back to you, Cassie, and we can go over a little more, maybe see her take on it. But yeah, I think it's something that should maybe come across more, and I haven't seen too much.
Tara, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, like Drake said, I haven't looked to really scale up. I'm just looking at trying to produce educated, quality information and getting good interviewers in right now, and really sticking to me, I feel like a schedule is maybe important. Like if people can hear you, you have good video quality, you look fairly clear, your set's fairly clean, and you're presenting something that people really want to hear, then I feel like then once I get all those things down, then maybe that's a time to step it up on something else.
Alrighty. Yep. I understand that, like, this is one thing that I think a lot of streamers forget is they want to do so much that they do so much right away and they have nothing to build to. Instead of releasing it all like right off of the bat in the beginning, slowly releasing pieces, making people feel like, oh, what am I going to find this week? Last week it was this. The week before that was this. And like, even if it's just that simple redeem to change a light color, to change the glasses you're wearing, the hats you're wearing, little fun things, adding those, even with commands or overlays that you can add that are command redeems, like Booters and others do. I Am Vinyl, where it throws the pizza at him and he has like a sound on his side that dings, and once it dings, he has to duck and tries to avoid.
Okay.
That
is pretty cool. I watched that one. You drug me into that one. That was cool.
Like, and he only has a split second, so whatever he's doing, he hears a ding and he has to drop. And whew, we've gotten him a couple times. It's fun. It's not even like he's really getting hit with pizza. Like his confetti machine. His confetti machine will shoot in the back, or the fog machine will shoot him in the face. Like he has quite a few little entertaining tricks, and he's, again, if you ever want help with like coding any of that or working with this, he is actually helping people out as well. Reach out to I Am Vinyl, and he can probably check out his stream and see what he does when he starts getting back up. But he is taking a short break from streaming because he just moved across states down to Texas to move in with his Twitch girl, a girlfriend that he just met on Twitch, and they were both streamers. And lottie dang, a hot minute later, we're all finally screaming, and they're together. So he'll be back up to streaming once he's get all settled down in there and everything. Hey, welcome in, Jitsinator. Another wonderful streamer. We love him. He is part of the Rave Not Riots group. There's their link tree. Check them out every Tuesday, Thursday. They do a good rate train of house music, plus some other genres thrown in the mix occasionally, especially as the night goes on and it gets darker. That link will be correct each week when there's a stream going on and their raid train. So back to the topic at hand real quick. Sorry that I keep going back and forth. My ADHD brain's a little ping-pongy today. And I love you guys all for joining in and hanging out with us today. Thank you again for all of your guys' support. So getting back into a little bit of the differences, Simil, you said that you have been on Twitch live before with YouTube. So what was the biggest main difference between the two streaming styles for you? Did you stream a little different over there just because I know you weren't always Simil, you were another name prior to, but you changed to Simil on Twitch, or was that on YouTube before you came over?
That was on Twitch when I made the when I made my account on Twitch. My username was taken. I mean, fairly common, I guess, but so then I went with a second name, and it stuck. Later on, the record label, you know the story. The record label decided we needed to go completely with Simil, and that's where we're staying. So yeah, but the two streaming styles, well, like on YouTube, I was streaming just mixing. You know, I wasn't really interacting with nobody. I'd just turn on the stream and I would mix. And when I was done, turn it off. Well, when I went on Twitch, because I hadn't learned the Twitch way, and there is a Twitch way, and you know, I wasn't doing that. I was just turning on and then I was mixing, and it took me a while to figure out that there was a way. And when I started opening up, being more interactive, I added a microphone to my thing, and it was very different because I'm not used to looking at a camera and talking. It was very strange. It was alien to me because, where I could stand in front of a whole room full of people and yak my brains off, but like when you're in front of a camera, it's different. So I don't know. I can't really explain that psychology, but yeah. So the Twitch way. That's how I kind of changed. And I stopped streaming on YouTube because here I am on Twitch.
Yeah. And Tara Lee and Drake, have you guys ever thought about moving over to Twitch, or are you guys just happy because of the green friendly that YouTube has established kind of corner that you've already found?
I'm definitely interested in moving over. Definitely considering it. But now that I'm like looking at all the back end stuff and I'm learning all the more work and all of this stuff, and I'm like, well, if I really think about it and consider it, I need to really consider what's the purpose, why am I doing it, how much work am I going to really want to put into it. Once you start putting a lot of time and money into things that aren't really generating money, you don't know where you're going to give and take and come back on that, because you're going to kind of need, you need to upgrade things. You need to have video cameras. You need to have microphones. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. Is it from me? It's really odd. Okay. I think we're okay. I don't know. It was just weird. Maybe my mic might be loud. Okay. Go ahead. So anyways, it's just like there's like so much thought needs to be put into it before you really decide to jump in and throw things out. I think you really need to consider time commitment and energy level. And, if you're someone that really, you have a job that you have to stick to and you have to work so many hours, you need to sleep somewhere. And then you need to work that other thing. And if you really want this to take off, you need to work it like a business. You need to spend time on it. It's not just something, hey, I'm going to throw a video up and everybody's just going to come, hey, here we are. You know, that's another thing.
And even with YouTube, as we mentioned, both of us, as the channel is cannabis specific, as we mentioned, where we're located, it's completely good to go. Here in BC and Canada, we're federally good to go. Where Tara's in Washington, she's rolling. It's all fine. YouTube still doesn't necessarily strike the videos, but they don't really allow for promotion. Like it's an interesting algorithm that we deal with over there, and it's kind of constantly changing. So it's hard to give you a definitive answer as to what it is, but it. Like at certain times, it's like right now, even when we go live, sometimes our subscribers who are on like the highest level of alertness you can be, you're supposed to get notified for any activity on the channel, aren't getting any notifications. So if you're not able to be consistent, then you lose a lot of your viewers, just in the sense that people don't have time to sit around for half an hour, 20 minutes every single day and not know if you're going to be there. So if you can at least be consistent as well, especially on YouTube, and say, I know over on Twitch it's similar in the rules that you have to pertain to, right? Like you have to be very specific to where your area is, and I hear there's a little bit of leeway depending on where that is, and I imagine it's pertaining to your IP address and so on and so forth. But there are a lot of ins and outs that you have to be careful with, and even on the YouTube, where it seems like they're a lot more condoning and making life easy, it's actually pretty restrictive, and that's another reason why just avoiding monetizing is good and bad in a way, right? Like it's really tough. You have to get a really core audience. You have to kind of like how everyone here is just so close and tight knit. We really need that over there, so everyone's sharing and helping and building together, because that's all you've got. In a sense, the algorithms work against you. So yeah, it's tough sometimes as well.
Yes, it is. Oh, real quick, I just saw our lovely lady business come in. She is part of the Moist Music Collective ambassador side of things. If you can give her some love and follow over there. We love her as well. And Andrew Fetch, welcome in. Let me not write shout out. Let me give some love over there. You guys can give them a follow. They are amazing streamers, Lady Business and Andrew Fetch, both Music Gaming World. You'll catch them and have some good fun. I just saw a comment I wanted to snag real quick of Raving Robin spending $600 on a microphone because you could not get the one you had to work right. And you went to Guitar Center and said, I need a mic that will sound right. I actually want to touch base on sound and mics and get your guys' opinion a little bit about this. So there's a lot of divide on Twitch on whether people enjoy that mic talk versus not, right? You have a pocket of people that enjoy the music just playing and the streamers that'll type versus those that'll talk over the game or talk over the music or whatnot. What's your one advice on good mics for, say, people that are streaming? Each one of you, your favorite one that you've used. And two, your thoughts on, like, when you're listening to a music stream, people talking over the music. Let's start with Simil.
Let's see. So I'm using more professional stuff through a soundboard, not really USB, which is more or less what everybody's using now. For convenience, like what you're doing, you're going to plug in right to the computer probably. So yeah, get yourself something that's a good USB quality microphone. And you don't need to spend $600. You don't. But you do need to spend, more than $2. You don't want to sound like garbage, like you're talking out of a tin can and all of that thing. But the second part of your question was, should you use a microphone or not? Bottom line, streamer's prerogative. That's really, if you feel like talking, then talk. If you don't, you don't. There are times that, where I was streaming, having a rough time in my life, where I didn't feel like talking on the microphone, where it wouldn't have been productive, where the music would have just done just fine. That's kind of why, I choose when to talk on the microphone. And that's why you should choose when to talk on the microphone and say what you want to say. Obviously within TOS, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right. And Drake?
So myself, Tara's laughing right now because she's always giving me grief about needing to upgrade. So I've been through a few different mics, and I've gone through what was, just say your conventional, let's say like a $50 to $60 range Canadian, so like a $45, $50 range mics from Amazon per se. There's quite a few different brands. Some are more hits than not, but it's kind of like similar quality. So as long as you do a little bit of DD, you'll get a similar to what I'm talking about. They work all right. This mic here is specifically, I can't pronounce the name very well, but it's MAONO. That's the brand. It was around $89 or something like that, $90 Canadian. So again, like $75 American. It came with a little stand, which I have not been using aside from the last couple of days. Again, I had it set up prior, but it's just a bit more work on my end, and I've been lazy. But it makes a big difference. Even now, just having it in a bit better proportions to myself, I come in a lot more clear and it's a lot better. But with this mic specifically, if you start putting it in the wrong way, I imagine even like that, my voice probably changed significantly. Maybe not, but it's pretty moody as to where it needs to be. I know a lot of the fellow streamers and YouTubers that we work with use Yetis, and I bet that's what Tara is going to bring up. And she's got a lot more experience. So I'm just going to transition right into Tara now so she can talk about some of the different mics she's got. I'm glad you brought it up. She's ready. She's like, oh, this is game time. Go ahead, Tara.
Go ahead.
Okay, so yes, Yeti. I have a second Yeti. I bought a second Yeti because my first Yeti got a little short right back up in here. It's super important that when you plug these things in, that they're not bumping things back here. When you're adjusting things, that those little wires and those little plugins aren't hitting on this. This is also the stand that comes with the Yeti. And it hits, and they hit the wires all the time right here. And everybody I know gets shorts in that little spot. And that's where they go out. I traveled with the Yeti I took it down with me all over, up and down from Canada to down to California, all the way to the Emerald Cup. And I traveled with it. So that thing took a beating. I was super happy with Yeti. I don't have affiliation with the Yeti or anything. I should. No, I'm joking. I just really do I really like the Yeti. It's been a good one for me. I've bought some other mics. I'm about ready just to give them away because it doesn't look like I probably want to use them. Someone else was telling me, though, we were just talking to our friend Garth. Is it the how do you say his real thing? The Scythe? His Twitch. I'm gonna mess it up.
The Sith Lord. Yeah. Wow. Why am I spiking?
The Scythe?
The Sith.
Empire. The Sith.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to say it wrong.
The Sith
Empire.
You friend I need. Why?
Sorry, I messed up. Our friend was just
Empire.
was just telling me about the soundboard and all that stuff. So I don't do that. I don't have a soundboard. Mine goes directly into my computer USB. That's how mine works. I definitely think you need to invest in a mic stand, though. I think that's super important. And I think it's important to make sure you're heard. If you're going to be speaking, you need to be heard. It needs to be clear. There's some people out there with hearing problems. You've got to realize some people can't hear very well, and a lot of people are tuning in on these phones. Some of these phones don't have the greatest speakers. So you got to realize not everybody has a great speaker sitting in front of them, even though you people are at home, in your beautiful studios and you have all this gear. Maybe your listeners don't have that. Maybe that's something to consider. So go ahead. Back to you.
Well, thank you. Sorry, real quick. I was just trying to highlight some different things. We had a few friends chatting about what they've got for their mics and what works for them. But again, kind of like to touching back on that, the communication with your streamers, I think. Yes, the mic's important. If you're going to do the mic and you feel that you have that drive to talk, like if you're a music streamer, it's great. Just don't talk over the choruses. I'd say that's like one of those main key points. Kind of hold off. But people do love the chit chat, and there's like a nice balance between the two. Which side you really go on, if you talk versus you don't. But I think the most important part of it is communicating with your viewers. Even if you don't have a mic, type. If you don't, then you need to make sure that you have that second screen for chat that's large that you can see. Thank you very much for the raid, guys. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. Welcome in, Giles. Ooh, welcome. I think that is my first raid. Oh, do I not have my refresh one turned on yet? No, but I get to use this. Ooh. Well. All right.
That's awesome, girlfriend. Your first grade. Congratulations.
Welcome
Thank
in,
you
guys.
very much
Welcome
for
in.
coming in, everybody, and welcome you all. And I see the Mad Hippies shown up too. Hi, guys.
Congratulations.
If you guys can please refresh, I'll make that command here shortly. I deleted everything and like restarted on my commands because I had so many random things that I had saved for different people that I didn't want to confuse anybody in here, because I used mine as a backup save anytime I made a command for anyone else. So mine looked really weird. So I had like deleted all of my commands before I started streaming, and also to make it available. So later on my Mod Talk Thursdays, I can walk you guys through making commands and things like that. Again, for those that have just joined, we have Simil, who is a Twitch streamer with us. Woo, you're down in that corner. An amazing Psytrance DJ and producer. We have Tara Lee Live and Drake, who both are on Tara Lee's stream YouTube channel. Let me give them both a shout out if you can send them some love. Both amazing streamers, and all three of them have amazing content, and we're just sitting around chit-chatting about the different takes of YouTube versus Twitch streaming and what we can do. Again, I'm going to be going live now every Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday to kind of give information to everybody from the other aspect, the eyes of the mod and the streamers behind the scenes, what it takes, what it is, and around in circles we go. Last week, if you didn't catch it, on Thursday I had my first stream. I did talk about the 101 mod Twitch etiquette. That video is still up if you do want to take a look at it and catch up to where we are. This moment, we are again just looking into the eyes and the differences of chatting about mics right now, what you got, what you like, how much do you like the streamers talking, and all of that. So do either of you guys have any more tips or tricks when it comes to the mics and choosing one that best fits somebody? Is there normally a typically thing to watch out for that you guys feel?
Well, it wasn't about the tips and tricks of the mic. It was the last part of that question, which you had, was whether streamers should talk or not. And I was agreeing. I wanted to say that I agreed with Simil. If you feel comfortable with talking, then talk. I think as a person coming in to watch a streamer, I'm going to give you my opinion because I watch a lot of streamers. I don't do music. Wish I did. It'd be damn cool, but I don't got you guys' talent, so I'll be watching it. So I like you to talk a little bit. It's nice to be welcome in. It's kind of fun, especially with some of these songs that don't have words, right? If there's like these other songs that like Simil plays, they don't really have words, so why not talk? But I agree with Cassie when she says, like, if you're playing songs that have choruses, like, yeah, people kind of like to not Just like when you're riding in the car with someone, you don't like them to sing over that chorus because normally they suck. Normally they keep the day job. That's why it's kind of the same thing. You just kind of think about if you were listening to it, would you want someone talking in that particular time? That's all I had to add. There you go. Back to you.
No problem. There is a 420 we just passed, so I'm going to take a quote real quick. Either of you guys, Drake or Simil, want to say anything in regards to what you guys, the same topic?
I'll quickly touch on the one last little part of the mics, and then I have to hop right away here. I've got a real busy day lined up as always, but I'm just blessed that you had me on, and everyone here should definitely give Cassie as much love as possible, as well goes to Simil and Tara, and I appreciate any that trickles off our way as well. But for the mics, just go over them thoroughly with someone that you stream with on the usual, or someone like Cassie, or any individuals you can. A lot of us, myself, a lot of these other pretty large scale streamers, just get some of them, set them up in the manner that they kind of show you to set them up, or wherever's most convenient, roll with it. It's a lot better than like for myself, I've just got a little Mac Air. So it's a lot better than that system, even if it's, over there on the washer and dryer, for my instance, right? Like they're a lot better overall. So most people are just going to say, yeah, it sounds great. But when you kind of start going through the intricacies of it, and something as simple as spinning it all the way around, putting it above you, below you, seeing where it kind of sits best and where your voice resonates best is really important. But then also with ones like the Yeti, there's a few different, switches, I'll just say, to keep it layman, that you can flip through. A few different commands, so on and so forth. So check those out with someone that's a bit more fluent with audio, and you'll really be able to fine tune it. So even myself right now, the mic's just to my right. It's in the direction I know that's kind of better, but it's not ideal. Whereas where you've got, say, Tara that's coming in, Crystal or Simil or Cassie even, it just makes a big difference with that proper setup. But on the note, I am going to hop right away, so I'll sneak one more of those. And then I will pop off, but it's been a blast, and I hope the rest of you have a great end and additional however long the stream goes, hopefully forever.
Well, thank you very much again, Drake, for joining us today and giving us your time this morning, and I'm sorry that I was running a little bit late. Again, my bad. Part of it is still nerves.
Just upset. That's our move. We're stealing our moves.
But thank you again for joining us, Drake, and giving us your input. So, and I know that you've been pretty much Charlie's main mod over there on the YouTube side this whole time. So I really liked the fact that I was able to get you both in here at the same time for the first crossover YouTube, Twitch chatter that we got going on. And hopefully in the future, I plan on Sundays being a lot of that crossover, getting some Twitch streamers, maybe some live Instagram or YouTube streamers, and discussing further and what the different mod positions are on either side. Because I've been seeing it pop up in different places like TikTok. They have the moderators now on the live channel, and Facebook and Instagram. But they're all so new and it feels more like they're copying the Twitch way and trying to see if they can steal those little algorithms that they got going. But Twitch has still got that one up on them with all of the redemptions and the interactive availability with the bots. But I know Stream Elements is now going over to YouTube, because I can see that I can attach it to my YouTube even when I'm messing around with Stream Elements dashboards. So I wonder how that's going to take a turn, and what are your guys' thoughts on that? Do you think the other platforms are going to step up their game and Twitch is going to kind of slow down, or do you think it's going to be Twitch is just going to stay in the lead and the others will try and catch up? Or what's your thoughts on that?
Peace and love, everyone. Can't wait to listen in.
Well,
love you.
It goes back to the philosophy where Twitch has a different global mentality within its core people. Most of the people that are frequent on Twitch, at least the ones I run into, they're hardcore about it, and they like it with the innovative features that they keep rolling out. The service, for the most part, is very stable. There's not, I mean, it does go down occasionally, like every service does, but where YouTube, at least when I was using it, oh my God, are we going to stream today? Maybe. Let's flip a coin and see if the service is going to be rock solid. And it just wasn't for us on a fairly frequent basis. Where Twitch was a very much a breath of fresh air, because holy cow, it works fairly good most of the time. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we do have our Twitch glitches, of course, but that's with any platform, right? I mean, you got to deal with things, especially since this is new and still, even though, yes, Twitch has been around for a while as a gaming platform, and it's recently been, due to COVID and everybody getting locked down, overwhelmed with all of the new DJs popping up left and right, the new quick ways to make a buck for some people, those some not so, approved style streams that are popping up now, that are getting the fancy of all the specific things. We won't get into too many details with that one, as Simel sits there cracking up because he knows which ones I'm talking about, and they're not even names, are not even worth mentioning in my stream.
Well,
I love people, but I don't feel that this platform should be used that way. I think it should be used for proper content. Real quick, I do want a quick shout out for DJ Jordan Harris, Kemi the Grass Gal, and DJ Craig Don. Thank you very much for joining us. Love you all. Please send all three of these guys a wonderful follow with all the love. Amazing music streamers, all three of them, 3 different parts of the world. And that's another thing, bringing everybody into life.
He's a grass guy.
There we go. The Simel voiceovers.
There's Cyril.
Oh, moist. Ah.
There's Cyril.
Oh.
I feel like we're in Discord.
Yeah, go ahead with what you were going to say, though.
No, it's okay. I like what you were touching on, Cassie, about everybody comes to something different. Everybody comes to a place for a different reason. We have to realize that not everybody comes to one place with the same intentions that we might have. Some of us come in here with the intentions of, we're going to get in a good mood. We're going to hang out on these music streams and we're going to get in a good mood. That's my intention. I love to come in and hang out on Simon and get in a good mood, and especially when I come into Discord and I see Cassie's smiling face or whoever's in there smiling. Everybody, all the Discord and even, just a smiling face these days is so nice to see, Just you DJs out there that even if you don't want to talk, say hi with your hand or smile. We like smiles, smile and make you feel good. Smiles can go miles, smiles can go miles. That's a good one. I never said that before. But where were we? As far as what else did you want to go into on that one? I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
We were just talking. No, I am, because I was laughing.
I saw Sophie Tucker, because that was a good one. I saw Sophie Tucker, and then I'm like, oh, I laughed, but I lost my train of thought, because they're good. I like.
I know, I was doing the same thing, because I was my ADHD brain. Sorry, guys, I do occasionally when I'm trying to catch up with your chat. That's going to be the fun part. Is it will sidetrack my.
By the way, I'd like to congratulate Cassie. She's now a member of Moist Music Collective Ambassadors as of today.
Yes, so, they did ask me.
Congratulations, sister. Welcome to the family.
Yes, that was amazing today, and you made me feel very, very happy. Thank you for enjoying, asking me to join the Moist Music Collective as an ambassador. And again, Simil is one of the founders of the Moist Music Collective. You can find at that link tree that I made for them, about 6 months ago, I want to say. Um, we've been using that to give a lot of moist love to our friends. And then, of course, um, if you go into my socials, you can find that link plus all of the other streams that you can find me in. Like today, we are on Seattle Sunday streams, um, which currently we are on The Hunt Music. If you want to join in and listen to music while we chit chat here. He is first up. They will be moving over to Spin Spin super soon. If you are on a PC, you can double tab it and listen to them and us at the same time. You will also on my socials find that of the Wednesday Therapy, Rave Not Riot, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays, or the Moist Music Collective team. They also have a Trance Tuesday takeover that they do. But back to the topics on hand. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. It was amazing that they asked me this morning. And thank you very much for the follow there, sweetheart. Ooh, I get to use my fun stuff. Woo! Thanks. Love ya.
This dab's for you, sister. Congratulations.
Severa7TV, and again, they are a great, amazing streamer as well. Go ahead and send them a follow. I shouted them out just a moment ago, but I know we had a lot going on and we were chit-chatting. Welcome in Greg the Grass Guy, the other half, which means I'm guessing that little one somewhere around the corner too. Say hi. And Lee Fix's Car is an amazing music streamer as well. If you can send them a follow, and send some of that love from Crazy Cassie and the community, because that is also why I'm doing this, is because each one of these streamers that I will be having on throughout these weeks and or on my Mod Talk Thursdays have all given something to the community. They have all been supporters and not just streamers. They're giving love to everybody. They're out there emptying their hearts, spreading the love, creating these teams and making people feel welcome, like they're a part of a community. I love every single streamer that I get to work with, and the things that I've been able to learn and do for all of them. I wanted to try and get that information back out to everybody, and the amazing conversations that we have with these people behind the scenes or in stream, that people don't necessarily get to learn because they can't be everywhere at once either. We're going to have a central place that we can get on here, have some chit chats. Wednesdays get really down to dirty with just Twitch streamers being able to give their like mod thanks and conversations about how their mods support them individually on their streams and how they became their streaming. We'll be doing Thursdays, talking about different topics of modding themselves, myself. Like last week, we talked about the Twitch Etiquette 101. That video is still up if you want to check it out, and catch up where we are before next week on to the next stops of 101 Mod Basics. Or this week, I guess. We're kind of on that Sunday, so some people call that this week, some people call that next week. Which is it for you? But back to the topic at hand. Thank you very much, Raving Robin. You are wonderful. And again, thank you everybody that's joining. So next part forward, moving forward, do you guys have any like comments you want to say or last moments? Because we'll probably only be going for about another 30 minutes or so.
I say that Simul has some amazing numbers. Like he's a numbers guy. And I think a lot of people need to be numbers people when they're really looking to build on these platforms, because they give you numbers and they give you statistics and they help you to figure things out. Oh, woohoo! Thank you. And so I would like to turn the rest of the time over to Simon. I would really love to hear Simon talk, and I love Simon. He's our brother, man.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's a lot of tools in the Stream Manager. Learning to utilize each one, learning to decipher each one is a bit of it's a bit of an undertaking, but once you start figuring it out, you'll start to see how it manipulates your stream in a little here and a little there. I guess when to stream, that's probably the first part of the whole thing. For me, I mean, my situation's unique in the aspect of I live in Wisconsin. Who listens to Psytrance in Wisconsin? Me and that's about it. It's not a well recognized genre, at least here. I mean, there's a little bit of a following, but not much. Where are all the Psytrance fans? Well, the UK. So I made the decision of streaming at the most obscene time, at least here, and that's 4 in the morning. And it's quite loud, and I scream. So I always wonder if the neighbors can hear me, and I know they can't. It's good thick walls here. But so yeah, learning what days are good, watching who you're rating, that's another big part of this. The most important part of your stream is the raid. I mean, come on now, you raid out, you're sharing your community with someone else's, you're intermingling in the pool, and all the moisture is mingling, and some of their community might come over and take a look. Depending on how good the streamer you raid presents you. So like, sometimes I'll raid someone that I don't know, and sometimes I raid someone I do know. And
that's a good point.
The ones that I do know, that let's say like DJ Mixie, I know I'm going to get a pop there. I'm going to get one hell of a pop. And, just like with a lot of other streamers, you're going to get an excellent pop. And I try to do the same for them so that their community feels good, so that they feel good. And they get some exposure, other than just, oh, they rated and the streamer's like, whatever, I don't like that for the most part, where, someone like raids, say like Crazy Cassie raids with say 20, however many people are watching right now, 25 people. And I'm going to scream at you a little bit, and I'm going to try to rev up your people a little bit to want to enjoy, to see why Cassie rated me. She's trying to share some of my vibes with her community, and that kind of thing. So yeah, rating is very good. You're going to want to watch how many, you want to kind of spread out the raids. You don't want to raid the same people each time. Raid someone different. Try to raid people also that don't have the numbers. That's super important, because I know what it's like to stream to one damn person. Sometimes myself, where it's just me, that's generating the one number. And I did that for months, streaming to myself or very few people. And then I remember the first time I got a nice size raid. It feels good. It feels amazing. And I like to do that to streamers now. I like to just sort of, they got like 3 or 4 people. Let's go drop 100 people. Let's go drop 100 people on them and share the love. And
Right.
you should see the excitement in their face and their eyes, knowing that, somebody's watching now, and that the 4 hours I've been sitting here doing streaming to nobody has not gone in vain. And you're more or less, then you're really reaching out, because that's what it's like. That's what the love is like here on Twitch. And I really love it to see when I see small streamers get their asses handed to them by a big streamer with a whole ton of people. That's incredible. That is so good. And that helps your community grow. And yeah, you think, well, I'm a big streamer, so when I raid the small person, it ain't going to do diddly squat for me. Horse crap. It does a lot for you, because you've made a new friend, or you've helped a small community get their start with some new people, and that helps bring more people in. And so yeah, there's never any downside to this. Don't just assume, hey, I need to go raid someone with 2,000 or 200 people in their stream because you think that it's going to get you more views. Sometimes it does, but the smaller communities are going to get you way more of a pop. I'm promising you.
Yeah, I have a theory on the rating. So this is what I like to do with like the streamers that ask me to find their raid. All right, like Booters, he trusts me 100%, even when I'm working and lurking, and I'll get a text from him, raid, and instantly I'm just like, okay, checking, and I'll go and I'll search on my phone, I'll listen to each place, and I'll go through a few different people, and I'll provide my streamer with a list of 3 to 4 names. Welcome in always, Kat, and also everybody else that's joined us during this time. Donna Boo, thank you. I love seeing you all in your lovely faces and names. I know, I call your names faces because it's the best I got right now. I love you all. Oh, yes. So with me, I feel with the raids, when you're picking your targets, a lot what you said, Simil, but it's kind of like a balance and a bounce between. Sometimes you do have to raid up to let other people know you're a streamer, but sometimes you need to raid down. Sometimes you need to raid in your crew and community to spread the love, and sometimes you need to raid outside of your community. And this is really balanced based on how many times a week you stream. If you're a two times a week streamer, 1 day a week, you should be raiding outside of your team and your community. And 1 day a week, you should be raiding in. Because if everybody raids within the community every single time, nobody's going to grow. Nobody's going to be able to support that community. It's just going to become a big, huge circle. Everybody going in one place. As I kind of touched base last week, a little bit of what I do, like when I go to work. When I leave for work, I'll open 4 or 5 different tabs, okay? Because I know I'm not going to be at my computer. They're ghost Cassies, sending some love and support to our streamers with that viewer. I'll leave the music on or streamer. I'll pick a couple gamers. I'll pick a couple talkings. I'll pick a couple movies, or not movies, musics. And leave them open. Every night I choose 5 different streamers to do this, and I watch where they land in the morning. Sometimes I get to send a new follow when I get home and listen to a new streamer that I've never seen. But then sometimes you see 3 tabs are now on the same person. You see where the communities collide and where those people can maybe start also outreaching more to get more, but how well they've done with reaching their communities out and where they go. So when you're choosing raids for your streamers or as streamers, I think it's really, really important to, one, kind of vibe match, at least get to that same style, not too far off the matrix of what you're doing. You can broaden it a little bit, but if you really want those viewers to stick on the other side, then you kind of got to get close to where you are. Or it's anybody that you had just recently gotten from your last, say, 2 raids, last raid, or the last few followers might be thrown through a loop when they go to this next person because they were looking for a specific style. I do actually like once a week for Booters trying to search whatever his genre is that day, and finding somebody brand new for us all. Like, it'll be a name that I don't know and I've never been to. He doesn't know, he's never been to. Random search of throwbacks or of EDM Mondays. Like, I'll pick the genre and just search it. It's fun to spread that love to a random person and get that community reach out further. So I'd really say don't just raid within your community. I know it's hard when you see a friend that's on, but if you've already raided them that week, your friends are getting your viewers will start seeing a repeat, and they might start leaving your stream before you raid once you announce your raiding, because they're like, oh, they're just going to raid this person again. I want to see what else is on. Instead, you're giving them that ability to see what else is on every time you stream. Any thoughts on that, Tara or Simon?
Well, I have to say, okay, so as someone who doesn't do music, who does interviews, kind of doesn't, I do an interview style. Drake and I do talk to the chat. We try and talk to the chat as much as we can. We do have days where it's just Drake and I, and we answer questions, and we try and really build our community that way. We also have open panels where we let people come up on the thing. And so the raids over, it's kind of hard to do. Raids just really aren't there on YouTube. I mean, I know people have tried it. In fact, one of my early on streams, one of my mods, speaking of needing mods to know what the hell to do, that's why Cassie need to be having these talks, because one of my mods, this guy comes in and his name's God, G-O-D, and he was raiding me, and it was like God raid people were putting, and I'm a cannabis channel, and somebody comes in God raid, my mod's going, what the hell, this is a hater, you know? So my mod freaking booted them all out.
Oh no.
And I'm like, no, a raid is good. Like, no. And my mods totally thought, yeah. So it was a cluster. It was like, oh God. No. So yeah, we really don't have raids over on YouTube. So that's why when I raided over to Twitch, I try to raid at Twitch, and it's kind of awkward. But I don't know. I don't know where to go with it. That's my story.
I guess begging for raids. That's something I like to touch base on. Don't hound big streamers begging for raids. It's a little etiquette thing going on that hey, a streamer, one, has got a lot of stress on them during their stream, and two, generally already has a target selected for their raid. So ease back on some of us, please. We know you're out there. We're watching, and we'll get you eventually. We'll get you.
Yep.
I would say begging for raid is like begging for subscribers or followers, and it's just not like it's like begging for a friend or begging. It's just desperation, and people will find you. The right people will find you. If that person doesn't follow you, that's okay. Someone else will. Or you want to find your people. There are many people out there. There are people for everyone. There are plenty of people out there. So just find your people and you'll be happy. Y'all, my people. I love you.
Oh yeah, like some of the thing is don't try to beg for raids. work on your content, work on your channel. Because if your quality is up here, if your quality is smoking hot, the people are going to come. Trust me, they will. For DJs, I see a lot of DJs with some really interesting camera angles, but hey, they're starting somewhere. At least they got cameras up. And then eventually over time, I'll come back, say, like, see in about a month, ooh, that camera angle switched. It's a lot more broader. They have a better overlay, or they're using their cameras more, and then eventually, oh, their quality is getting better. Yeah, they work on their progress in the way that their flow goes on developing their stream. And when they start getting things figured out on I guess a more cellular level, the people start noticing. Like for me, I mean, I had kitchen, I had a really weird workspace. At first, I didn't want to show any of my kitchen. I just had part of my counter, and that's kind of boring. So then I started showing my kitchen. My wife started pulling her hair out. And then the next thing I know, I just overtook the whole damn kitchen. And so, yeah, I made my whole environment part of my stream. And I encourage you to do that. Whether it's music, whether it's gaming, green screens are great, but man, I love a good, completely organic setup. And if you can get some interesting things in your stream for us to watch, scenery wise, that's awesome. If you can get some, I guess, some decent, I don't know, conversation pieces. Now that's what makes a good stream, where like you have some things in the background that make people go ooh and ah, or you take some time and you clean up your room where you stream. Like I see a lot of streams like dirty clothes, messy bed, just piles of crap, and all that stuff. Clean your damn rooms. And make it.
Hell, throw it all in the closet at least.
Make your room
or under the bed. That's my
make,
favorite hiding spot.
Make your stream area as good as your stream can be, and that's part of it. It's like even a paper clip out of place is gonna make people go, "Ooh, what's that? What's that over in the corner? Why is that bugging me?" I mean, everyone, and I'm sorry, but I think everyone has a little OCD to some kind of extent, because I mean, I see people going, "Hey, look at that thing in the corner. Look at that pile of dirty dishes in the corner," or something. Just take some time, little effort, little elbow grease, and your channel's going to be smoking hot. I promise you, it will be.
Yep. And okay, so Awesome Opossum, we love animals. Nobody's going to say anything about cats, dogs. Oh, Tara Lee brings her goose on occasionally during the Discord or different things.
Oh, yeah, my goose. Should I bring my goose?
Yes, if you who wants to see her goose?
Who wants to see my goose?
You got to say it in chat. Who wants to see Tara Lee's real goose?
How many yeses do I have to get? Let's
Put
see.
a 1 in the chat if you want to see the goose.
I want to see the goose before I have to go.
Okay.
So
let's see how many. We got ones. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Invite me a minute. Give me a minute to set up.
My vote counts as 20. So
there we go. Goose. We got some ones coming on. All right. Tara Lee's gonna go get the goose. And yeah, that's something that when I started modding, I started like instantly going into JQ. I went into a lot of YouTube videos, like of explaining the how-tos and the what's, the videos of how to make commands and stuff like that. And I had stumbled upon this streamer, Helen Keller, I think is how you pronounce it correct. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with him. he was a partner on Twitch, but he just swapped over to YouTube full-timing instead of Twitch, and he resigned as a partner from Twitch. Well, not really resigned. They dissolved the contract or whatnot. When I was reading it, they both chose to. It's an equal, mutual, happy thing. I watched, yeah. I do watch all of his videos because he's very informative, and he's a very big supporter of the Stream Elements dashboard. You see his face on there. I've got a lot of information from him through over this last year, and a lot of other YouTube streams that I've watched to learn about Stream Elements, because there's a lot of information out there for everybody. And watching him switch over, which is what really got me thinking about doing these Sundays, where we're chatting about the differences and getting the different streamers from different platforms. And I kind of just sidetracked myself just a little bit there. But when it comes to refresh my brain, I just had a brain fart. What were we at? Goose, and yep, I just went in circles. Having people come in and chit-chatting about the different streamings on different platforms and why they make the choices and the different aspects that you can get. And Simon is laughing at me so hard right now instead of helping. I love you. Yes, I brain farted completely because I saw it.
You were talking about the partner who went to YouTube.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot from him about, like, one of his first videos that I watched of his how-tos and how you can increase your viewership on your stream. He talked about his surroundings and, like, using what you have that gives your personality and kind of gets people curious of, oh, what does that sign say? What oh, do they play the guitar? Having a guitar up, like Meagle's little sister Kimu, who's also a streamer, she plays the guitar, and even though she's doing game streaming, she still shows her guitar. She's using her atmosphere and the things that are her hobbies to show off who we are. And that's something that I adore. I love the green screens on things. Thank you for retracking me. I love green screens too, but I do like bouncing back and forth because, like, there's a middle. You don't want too much, but you don't want too little, because also, like, I've seen a lot of the, like, more extensive green screens, those people on the phones, they have to go to audio only and they can't actually watch you because it glitches out more. And then on the PCs, like, it's okay if you have good internet, but if you don't really have good internet, it's glitchy.
Granted, some people don't have much of a space to stream in, so yeah, green screen might be a fantastic option.
Oh yeah.
Or privacy issues based on, you know, what's going on in their home or whatever their location is on streaming. But trust me, I have seen a lot of people stream that have gorgeous rooms that they're not utilizing the content thereof, and they should be. And it's very depressing to see that, because the amazing content just in the atmosphere.
Oop, I hear the goose. I hear the goose. You guys, are you ready for this? Do you hear the goose? I hear the goose.
I hear it. I hear the goose.
Ready to see the goose. Tara Lee still has to turn on the camera. Oh, there it goes. Look at that pretty thing, you guys. She blesses us with its presence all the time in Discord. Oh, it's beautiful. Let me go ahead and make her big screen. Solo layout right there, all for that beauty. Look at that. Oh.
Yeah, it's okay.
There it is. Well, audio, sometimes just double check that cord for it real quick and make sure nothing's falling out. And sometimes it's just a quick little loose wire raving robin. Oh, so beautiful. At least you've gotten smart and got a table now, right? Close by, because we keep asking you to bring the goose out, Tara
Yeah,
Lee.
before she poops. Have a good day.
Right? Oh, she's got to make small appearances so that she doesn't poop all over everything, because she's done that once or twice. So, but that is the lovely, lovely goose.
It was making some
Right?
interesting sounds. I'll tell you what.
Mhm. Saying hi in all the moist ways.
Moisture.
Donna Boo, oh my goodness. I'm like, what's going on? Oh. And to get back real quick, Meagles on topic. My bestie, by the
I
way,
will
I'm
take
gonna
this
shout her again.
opportunity to get out of here.
No
So as
problem,
soon
sweetheart.
as Tara Lee shows back up here, I'll scooch on out. But
Not a
thank
problem. I know you
thank
have
you
a
for
day ahead
having
of
me
you.
on stream. What an awesome time I had. My goodness. Cassie, I look forward to seeing such content out of this channel. I tell you what. And the resources that you're going to provide people are going to be invaluable. So please, before you leave here today, follow and let anyone you know who's even remotely serious about streaming to follow Cassie, because she's going to get things done and she's going to help you become an excellent streamer. And yeah, get on board with this. Sending love. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back later on. Take care.
Yep. I know. I will see you next time. Thank you very much. And you guys, he is on 6 days a week. Check out his schedule. He does keep it updated and is about me. I just dropped his link. You can always go to their schedule if they update it, which is something I promote all my streamers to do, and click remind me, which gives you an extra push to actually get that reminder on Twitch. Because we all know Twitch notifications aren't always the best. Also, love you, Simil. Thank you very much for joining us today. You are amazing, and thank you. Again, you guys, that link is down there, Simil. We've also had our lovely Tara Lee with us. I'm probably going to keep talking for a little bit more, see if you guys have any questions for me directly today, and go for about another maybe 20 minutes or so. Let me see who's going to be on next, who's on when. Oh yeah, they're still doing Chilling with SK with the Seattle Sunday stream. So if you guys, again, want to know where I am today on music, we've got the Seattle Sunday stream going on, which I'm about to drop the link that The Hunt is a part of, as well as all of my actual hometown. I'm going to sidetrack real quick, you guys, and give a little bit of how I got into modding on Twitch. So much. And first, I would say it's because of the first stream I stumbled upon, which was Dwarf Games 13. He is a wonderful streamer, and let me go ahead and I'll drop his link here in a second. That day that I just happened to come home, go on Twitch and search trance, this is the guy that I found. All right, so if any of you have a problem with me, 100% go tell that person I blame you. So he got me addicted from day one. Came home, searched trance, found him. He at that time went by Freddy Games 13 and then changed his name, which, please don't, guys. It confuses everybody. Once you've got a name, please, unless it really have to, then promote it everywhere. Don't change your name. It confuses us and we don't know who you are for the bad name rememberers like myself. Please. But back onto that, I found him and I went into a 3 days no sleep raid party. I went from Dwarf Games to Transmaster to Stay Awake Music to this person, then that person. The next thing I know, I'm in another country. And now next thing I know, it's 10 a.m. and I'm going to Sophie Tucker because that was the whole plan to make it there. And I've been doing that all night, listening to streams. And then they raided a bunch of people, and then I found my way back to Dwarf Games 13, and then he raided me through a bunch of different people, and I just kept on like, you guys, every friend that I made, sending messages to people going, hey, come check this guy out. Like, look what I found. Look what I found. Look what I found. Hey, DJ Ollie. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Send some love, if I can spell right. There we go. And Dwarf Games 13 wasn't yet affiliate. He was doing that affiliate push. And so I was able to help him get to affiliate. So he gave me the honor. Hey, how are you doing, DJ Airback? And by the way, you are a mod now. You can shout people out, Taralee, in my stream. You did get them because you're going to be on here quite often.
You'll have to teach me how. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Remember?
I know. That's what I got to do, you guys. She's going to be a mod, and I got to also, during this time, teach Taralee how to mod, so you'll be able to get those little tips and tricks as I teach Taralee sneaky peekies here and there. So she's getting her first ever mod sword over here, and she gave me my first wrench on YouTube. What are the odds of that? Oh, moist. So with backtrack, get my brain back where it was. I was honored within like the first 3 weeks of me coming on Twitch. I got my first mod sword, and from Dwarf Games, because he was very happy that he had reached affiliate, and it was super quick. Like he was very, very appreciative that I was always sending that love out. And within that first week, a friend of mine that I had met from the UK in a completely different stream, like just randomly went, hey, Cassie, you're always sending me links. I think you'd like this person. Come take a look. And they throw me a link. And I recognize the name. And I come on over. And so I follow it. I'm like, I wonder if this is who I think it is. And it was. It was the Seattle crew. And everybody that I knew from my teenage rave days that I was working at the parties with all of these guys, like behind the scenes, working at the front, tickets, like, so, and door, working as the janitor overnight, stocking, set up, tear down. Like, I'd help them bring in their freaking cases sometimes of their actual vinyl back in the day before it was, the CDJs and just a laptop. And, hang out with everybody. And I found them all on Twitch. And from there, like, I couldn't stop. These guys helped me when I was younger. And they helped me when I was a homeless teenager. And so I had gotten overwhelmed, and I subbed to all of them immediately because I got dropped into the Seattle Sunday Stream raid train for the first time seeing them, and I got to run into every single person that I hadn't seen in 10 years. It was amazing. And that didn't help my little rabbit hole adventures, because let me tell you, I have 76 mod swords, and I blame Seattle for probably at least a third of them. Maybe half. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I love my friends though. They're amazing streamers. And every Sunday they do the 24-hour raid train. That's what we're listening to right now. We're on Spin Super. If you've never taken them a look and you have a second tab on your PC, go ahead and open them up and just leave it open a little. You can have some music while we're chit-chatting. But I just want to give a little backstory. Like, that's how I started my mod journey. And these guys are like, hey, I have no clue what I'm doing. You want to make some commands? And I'm like, dude, I learned how to do this. Can I do this? Can I do that? Ooh. Yep, I did. 13 months strong, sweetheart. I still have my founders in each one of you guys's. And I love you all. Oh, nice. Oh, DJ Alpha Beats gave you your first sword raving. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Raving Robin has been a very big supporter of a lot of the Freak Fam DJs and streamers as well. But to kind of get back on topic, we were chit-chatting about scenery and what we love. Love you too, always, Kat. You're amazing. And the support you guys have given me, again, showing up, giving love is amazing. And I just can't believe it. You guys have been overwhelming me with this being my second stream. To just go over that schedule again, I will be back not tomorrow or the next day. Actually, I might do, because you know that whole to hit affiliate, you're supposed to do every day in a week or whatever before you can. So I might do this week only pop up stream like the next couple days of just maybe me listening to Twitch, chit-chatting, and you guys can come and do like a Q&A, ask me questions, write down any questions you have, and I'll answer them.
Did I hear you right?
What was that?
You have to do every day? Did I hear you
So
right?
the terms for affiliate, which here's a good point. I can even bring that up for you real quick, and we'll just go over the nitty-gritty. Where's my, oh shoot, I just hit the community insights channel achievements. So holy cow, this is still weird. So your total path to affiliate, will go ahead and do a screen share if whatever, sorry, I guess this will be the best way to do that. So we'll just do a breakdown since I am doing this informational based. Okay. So for you to reach an affiliate, you have to have 50 followers. You have to stream for a total of 8 hours. You have to stream on 7 different days, meaning hitting each day of the week at some point within that 30-day period. And because I already know what my set schedule is going to be, I know later on I'm not going to have those opportunities for those other days. And then you have to have an average of 3 viewers through that time. So that's what you have to do to hit affiliate. So with me and my schedule being the Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, I need to do a pop-up this week if I want to try and hit affiliates on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, Saturday this week, upcoming week. So if you have any of those days available and you guys want to come and ask me any questions, write them down. I'll probably be doing a 10 a.m. Just like these same scheduled days that we're going to be doing a little pop-up where you can do a little Q&A at that time as well. So what were you going to say, Tara Lee?
Pop-up wake and bake.
It's almost that time again.
It's
oh yeah, the hunt. Like, you guys have all surprised me. This is my second stream and you're making me like, oh, the amount of support that I've gotten back from you guys, and even the questions and the content that you guys have stated in chat and participating has been amazing. Thank you very much. I do feel the love from you all. And again, a few people, everybody in this chat, just follow each other. You're all amazing people and you're what makes Twitch go. I will say that, like, you guys are all amazing people that support the community and build it up the correct way. And I love everything that you guys have been doing. Let me see. Yes, Severus 7. It is 24 hours, literally. Here, I'll show you real quick. Their link tree that I keep dropping. Again, I update this for them. I created it for them because they do this on a weekly basis. And if you do say raid trains on a weekly basis, I'd suggest it. It's a free Linktree. You can literally drag, drop, move things around, do what you need to. We already got done with the Hunt, who has joined us now in chat. We're on currently with chilling with SK, which is Spin Spin Super. Next will be Disco Bento. The daytime people have about an hour stream time, so you're going through people and the vibes keep going. But everybody can still go about their day, and it provides some love and spreads that love of the community between everybody. We have a few guests this week because it is 4th of July on our side of the water. We have a lot of people that are out watching the fireworks and enjoying that during this section. So we do have some family that are in Seattle,
I'll tell you
but
what,
also
fireworks
outside.
were crazy last night. Holy shit! They were going off all night. I couldn't get to sleep.
I got to work tonight, and I start work right as our Bellevue fireworks show starts tonight. So getting a little bit of that festivity because my work lets me. So I'm going to be all done up for 4th of July at work.
Happy 4th of July to those who are celebrating out there, by the way. We have not said that the whole stream. We do have some people that celebrate.
Yes, indeed. Happy 4th of July to those of you that are on U.S. soil or not and want to celebrate with us with a big bang. And yep, we just like blowing shit up. Let's be real. We're proud to be American, but we like blowing shit up.
Smoke cannabis.
So yes, let's get back to it. But Linktree, guys, is a great way to also clean up your chat, make it look wonderful and beautiful, so you don't have as many commands of socials of Facebook, Instagram, this, that, and the other. I made my own Linktree a while back, and I use my Linktree, as you can see here. And it has every single one of the Linktrees that I have mentioned, plus more in there, supporting all of our streamers and the ones that I mod for and the teams. We've got the Seattle Sunday stream that's going on currently. You've got the Wednesday to Therapy. Every Wednesday they get together for some soju and vibes. We've got the Rave Not Riot. They go on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The Moist Music Collective, that they have their Trans Tuesday takedown, but they are spreading moisture throughout the entire week. And then you can always catch Tara Lee live on her channel. I want to give her big ups for joining me again today with all of the love. It's a different one. She's not on my Linktree, but she is right there. So Tara Lee, do you have any thoughts or anything on what you say would like more on a YouTube side of mod after seeing mods, and how they work on the Twitch? Do you like the aspect of how we do it versus the mods, say, on the YouTube world?
Yeah, I think you give the mods more things to do. I think Twitch is just a different beast. You know, it really is a different beast altogether. It's definitely more fast paced, and it's just high energy, and it's like you've got, you know, the biddies, and you've got so much more stuff going on. So there's a lot more for that streamer to have to really pay attention and do. So I think that's part of it there, where, you know, like, because you have to have somebody helping you. Like, it's hard to carry on a conversation, ask someone questions, make sure chat's taken care of, no one's coming in hating on you, posting a link here, and I mean there, and then, oh, let's see, now let's make sure you got the right person up here and make sure their mic's working, and now let's make sure this person's getting on the link at this time, and where's my next guest, and why didn't they show, oh, now this guest isn't showing up now. I mean, there's just a lot to do, and you need help. And it's amazing that we have the ability to have mods. I think it's amazing. So thank you, all you mods out there. Give yourself a pat on the back and a big hug for me, because we need all you mods out there helping all those people that are trying to learn how to stream.
Yes, indeed. Mods are amazing out there. There's so many of them. we will actually be on, just so you guys know, on Wednesdays. That's going to be a big topic. We'll be having streamers coming on and kind of giving a little bit of mod appreciation, their outlooks and views on what they like and dislike about what they see mods doing, and also, you know, information about their personal streams as well and what they've got going on in the real life as it opens back up. But again, today we've been looking into that difference between Twitch and YouTube, different streams, what we like, dislike about the two different styles. And I have been enjoying the fact that I get to hear a lot of input back from Tara Lee a lot, because she's newer to the Twitch side, which is why I'm happy that she's been joining me with this, and she kind of gets to take that adventure. And I'm going to teach her how to do a shout out real quick, and I'm going to pick a random person. Let's see. How about, who do we have in here? Just anybody can. Why don't you do one for Lady Business? So when you go into chat, you're going to type exclamation mark, her first mod command, you guys. SO means shout out, space, and then at,
caps?
you're gonna,
caps or no caps?
doesn't matter. Caps are
doesn't
not
matter.
sensitive when it
Okay.
comes to those.
Just OS?
Yep.
OS.
Sorry, not OS, SO.
SO. SOI.
Space, and then you're gonna tag the person just like you would when you're talking to them in chat.
Okay. SO.
Lady Business.
And now you would do at, or and then is that how you do it?
So it's exclamation SO space at, just like you're gonna talk to them. Yeah, tagging them.
Perfect. Okay, here we go.
There you go. Tara Lee has done her first
Holy shit.
command, you guys. She got it. See?
Way to go, Cassie.
There we go. Tara Lee. Whoop whoop. There you've learned it.
You go, girl. Thank you. Lady Biz, thank you for letting me pop that cherry.
And
For a
again,
long time.
go give some love to Lady Business as well. She is a fabulous, fabulous streamer. We love her dearly. She is part of the Moist Music Collective ambassadors and love her. Lovely lady. So today, did anybody else have any other questions or anything that they want to talk about or have for me before we wrap things up? About any of the topics that we've had today, or anything that I talked about on Thursday that they have questions about lingering, that maybe they watched the video afterwards and they wanted to touch base with it. Give you a second to type anything out that you want. And happy 420.
Happy
somewhere in the world.
420. We're a little bit late, but that's okay. And I'll take over talking for a minute. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. It really means a lot for Cassie to have the support. We got to hang out last week, if y'all didn't know that, or this week. It was just this week. Am I trying to end this week already? I guess it's the end of the week. We got to hang out on Wednesday and got to hug. It was so awesome. Unfortunately, we recorded the video on YouTube, and unfortunately, it was a really shitty video. Damn it. Next time, I'm just going to record it, but that's okay.
Next time, we'll take a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yeah, it's all right. We had a great time, live and learn, right? You know, we learned and
Yep.
now we know. So we had a great time though. It was a beautiful day. It was amazing getting out there in nature. We had like the whole beach to ourselves in that spot, a picnic table. It was amazing. And I really, I appreciate you embracing me and welcoming me into this Twitch community like you have done with so many in the community. You have been out here welcoming people for so much in the Twitch community, and over in that Zoom room over there at that Sophie Tucker, people have no idea how many hours this girl put in welcoming everybody with her open arms, and that's amazing. And I just love you, and you're special. You're just a diamond in the rough, honey. You're a 1 in a million. You're gonna go far, and I love you.
Well, thank you very much. Also, speaking of that real quick, I am going to drop, since those of you that are here, I don't know if all of you have joined or not my Discord. But the names I'm seeing here, I know mostly are those that are streamers and or mods. If you've not joined, here it is. It's my Mods Come Together Discord, where if you have any questions, I will occasionally during the weeks be snagging questions from the hot topics of the days or different sections for us to discuss on here as well, as that starts going. So if you ever have any questions that you want answered, say, hey, Cassie, for Mod Talk, I got a question next week. And I'll bring it up the next week and I will answer it for you as well, because it was getting to the point I started doing these streams to try and help you guys, because I'm having so many whispers, so many messages, and I want to be able to provide that information that I've learned and everybody helped me with when I was a beginner for you guys. Maybe help you guys boost your communities as a whole. I'm doing this straight for information on you guys. And we love you so much. This Discord is meant for helping everyone support each other, not just ourselves. Hey, Stretch Music, how are you, sweetheart? Go send them a follow. Fabulous streamer there. All the love. The Discord I created there, we've really created an amazing community. I got to say thank you to everybody that's joined it. They really did listen to the rules that I put down. Yeah, occasionally we have somebody get overzealous and over happy about a stream because there's something going on, and they post in multiple spots, but they don't. And you guys have, I've seen it, been rating each other through that community, finding new streams. It's a great way, touching back on what Simon had said earlier, picking new people. That Discord right there is a great place for you to find those names based on that genre that you're working with, so that you can really find a place that your viewers are going to be happy, not just the friends that you know will support wherever you go. You know, it's those organic new viewers that you've kind of got to appease on these raids. Your friends are going to stick around to show their support for you, but those organic ones, they're really judging you on how you raid, and that's where we don't want to lose them coming back to you, because they want to be able to trust you, and that raid is a big thing. And also using that raid to tell people you're a streamer instead of telling them in chat. You know, I am fully supportive of raiding every time somebody new, especially when you're starting. Don't just raid your circle, so that people know that you're a beginner. They love seeing the newbies, because they will send them a follow and go, oh, you're just starting, let's give you some love. So it's something that I'd say always raid if you're a new streamer. Don't ever just end stream. It does no good, other than your viewers might not come back because they don't like that you have the ability to raid them somewhere and you're choosing not to send your love somewhere, especially if they've seen you be raided that stream. Like, it actually does look bad if you don't raid. So always, and if you can't raid because there's a Twitch glitch, put a link in chat, manual raid.
And as a listener, why not let your audience have the choice whether to keep going or whether they want to hang up? Maybe they want to keep going, and you should always give them that choice.
Yes, agree 100%. And thank you again for everybody and their input today too. It's been amazing second stream. Again, the amount of support that I'm getting from you guys and feedback has been amazing, and you're just overwhelming me and giving me so much joy that I hope my information isn't too bounce around. I say today, like, I was a little extra nervous compared to the first one because it was more of an open format chit chat than me having an actual topic. So Donna Boo, that's okay. The video is up. You are more than welcome to go back and watch it. It was about the 101 Twitch etiquette, teaching people how to act in and out of stream, like those basic 101s that really help the streamers, the mods, and the viewers know how to act, and also teaching people how to react correctly so that they don't offend people that maybe have made a mistake. And because, things don't translate from different countries to different countries, cultures, chats to chats. There's a lot of different layers to every single person coming into a chat. So if you did miss that video, you can go back and watch it anytime. My information's going to stay open and free to everybody, which is why I'm not choosing to play music, and I'm just telling everybody where I am at this time. So right now, again, as I told you guys, I am on the Spin Super. That is where we're going to be landing after we're done here.
Just another quick tip that's just anybody that's out there getting ready to stream, the hit that Cassie hit on earlier, and just a little quick tip to sum up some of the stuff, that talking about schedules, to get on a schedule. If you have a schedule that your listeners know that you're on, get consistency. And not only does that bring consistency to your listeners, but that maybe might get you a raid, because then that next person can plan their stream and know that they're going to raid you because they're going to finish at this time, so they can raid into you. So you got to think about those things. That's just a little quick tip of the day for me. I've had a great time here. Thanks everybody for joining me, and peace and love. And Cassie, take it over and you're finish it, girl.
Thank you very much, Charlie. So again, those raids are very, very important. So we did touch base a lot on that today, and how to do so. And as I said, as a mod, I always choose for my streamers that ask me for my raid advice, I choose 4 streams. One will be somebody they know, that I know, and then 2 of the random follows that maybe neither of us really go to that often, but are wonderful community members and have great music, and we just never had the chance to get there. And that's how we send our community love. Spreading that love based on how many streams a week you have, not just inside streams and going out. That's one really big up that Twitch has on everybody else. Nobody else can take their entire chat and immediately place them somewhere else. Like, they can drop a link and hope they show up, but they can't actually sorry, popcorn kernel, drop them in anybody else's hands. We need to use this. Use the tool that's literally the best that we have. Keep the party going. Oh no. Yeah, please trust your mods. Even if you have a raid target in hand, send it to your mod. Let them check, is it follow only? Is it actually still going? Is the person asleep on stream? Are they belligerent drunk already? Like, there's a lot of things that get negative on the other side. You always need someone to double check that before you send it over. There's a lot of aspects to a stream that they could be a really good friend and normally good, but they could have just had the shittiest day ever, got drunk as hell, and are having the worst stream ever. You don't want that to be the first impression they have of your friend, because those people won't come back. There was one time that I got raided into a guy because he was supposed to be amazing, and he was literally getting naked. He was down to his tidy whities, you guys. He was literally getting naked because he was so drunk that his girlfriend broke up with him. He was stripping his clothes. Okay, so please, for the love of God, he only was sitting at 3 people before that. Not too embarrassing. By the end, with the raid, he had 25 people seeing him get naked. Like, please, guys, double check. Don't just see, oh, my buddy's on, I can send him there. We all have bad days, guys. I don't know if his clips were on. I did not want a clip of that. I did not clip that. I left that to go. Oh, headache.
Unsee.
Yes. Oh, I'm actually kind of almost well, we're right in the middle of it, so you might get some little love on both sides. But yeah, yes, follow only. You guys, okay, there are some instances that I understand people have follow only on. Okay. There are a few. Like Flossie DJ. She puts her follow DJ or follow only chat on when she gets an emergency dental surgery like call, because she's always on call with her dental office for surgeries and anything that they need. So she could be in the middle of a stream, and she does have some pre-recordings that she has just in case because her community asked for it. She talked to them when she started streaming, and the community that she's built about, like, you guys, I'm on call. So I might have to leave. Like, would you guys rather me just like boom raid somebody and go bye, or would you rather me like pop on a pre-recorded for the remaining of the time, and then I come back and complete once I'm done with whatever I'm doing? Because her stuff doesn't take long, and she streams, from my knowledge, like close to her dental office. So she'll pop on those pre-recorded videos, and then she has a timer that goes on to remind chat, hey guys, right now it's a pre-recorded. We've turned this on because she had to step away for an emergency at the dental office. She'll be back, but for now, just enjoy the music and the mods will take care of you. And her mods take care of chat while she's gone. She has a very good support system. Sometimes they get busy, but and it's ass out of luck, but there's at least that timer going, oh, okay, she'll be back. Mods must be getting a refill or going, and they'll sit and they can listen, and they know it's just a listening time at that time. Like, if you are open and honest and do that, that's one thing. But yes, you need to be aware, and I'd say change your title so people know it's follow only for that reason. Like, or saying something more obvious, or a quicker timer more often. Make it a very, very frequent timer reminding people, even if it has to spam it so people really, really know. But I think, anybody else have any questions on any of the topics that we've talked about today before I wrap us up and send us over? Or we can try and draw this out and chit chat for another 20 minutes, and then we can raid the next person as she starts. Because we're right on that borderline between Spin and our lovely Disco Bento, for who we want to go to during the Seattle Sunday Streams raid train that's going on, that I will be raiding you over to once we're done here.
Well,
all depends on you guys and if you have any more questions.
Just a cool thought. If we raid over now, we get kind of two people. We can get two with one. Because
right?
we know we're going to the next one, and if you didn't like that DJ, you'll be around for the next one. And we're gonna smoke one with you. I'm gonna smoke one with you right now. If y'all want to smoke one, or whatever you got to celebrate, you want to cheers, have some water. Been drinking a nice big glass of water. Drink your water out there. Stay hydrated. Stay healthy. Stay high.
Yes, Stretch Music UK. All of the stuff that I'm doing, I am keeping my VODs up. You can check back at them anytime. Feel free. I'm going to keep it open for all. I am not going to shut it to subscriber only. I'm not here to try and make money. I am trying to support you guys. Get your names out there. I will be pinging each one of you guys randomly. I love that word. Cool beans. That's one of my favorite. And asking you to come on and talk about your points, your views. Again, you see my schedule's been up for the last little part. I really want you guys to know Wednesdays is really going to be interviews with streamers, then being able to give some of their feedback on what mods have done for them, what was the tips, tricks that's helped them when they started streaming, and all of that. Wednesdays will be about me getting deep into a specific topic. This week, let me see. I have that next to me. We are going to, on Thursday, be talking about the basics for mods. What the style of mods are. Because through my time as a mod, I kind of break it down to 3 styles. We'll get into that on Thursday. But finding out what style of mod you are, and using that to proceed with how you mod. So that's going to be the starting point tomorrow, or not tomorrow, sorry, Thursday, for when we get down to the mod top, dropping the knowledge. And then on Sunday, we're going to have another round robin like this, a few different streamers, hopefully from a different couple platforms, so we can really see the differences. Also, again, and appreciations or what they like of the mods of the different styles. So if anybody also has any questions, feel free to drop them in my Discord if you are a part of it at any point, and we will try and bring up those questions every stream. Yeah, so there are some people that do pop-ups, but I really feel schedules help people a lot. I mean, Awesome Opossum, I actually don't like rating on the exact hour necessarily, unless I know there's like something specific for a raid train, you know? I really like doing it like just before or maybe on like that 15 mark, because a lot of people end streams on the hour, you know? A lot of people really do. So if you raid that 15 prior, you know you're at least safe between that 30-minute starters or enders and the hour mark enders.
So a little bit to Donna, we talked about that a little bit about the confusion as what to do as a mod. We were talking about that. And I think it depends on the person you're modding for. Each person wants you to do something individually. And as Cassie stated that on our last live, was ask that person. Like, that person should be telling you what they expect. Unfortunately, some of us are new to this. We don't understand why we mod people. We think we're just being nice. Maybe that's why some people mod you. They just want to mod you and you want to be a family. But maybe you're being modded because they actually want you to help. So that person, the streamer, should actually tell you why. And if they haven't, go ask them.
Yeah, and we'll get deeper dive into that on Thursday as well this week. It's really going to be about the nitty gritty. Last week, I really only touched base on it for a very short second because I did have that set aside for this week because I really want each week to have a topic that we can get into that nitty gritty. You can bring me your questions, you can get them answered, because I do get a lot of messages of people asking questions, and unfortunately I can't be everywhere. So I'm providing this hopefully as a resource for you guys that you can ping those videos anytime you need, if you've got questions, and or come and ask me at any point. So anytime that you guys need anything, you know where to find me. And again, in my socials, you can find all the places with just a short snippet of the start of where you might find me throughout Twitch, supporting our streamers, sending our love. Yes, Donna Boo, you are wonderful. I always love seeing you in different chats. You're doing great as a mod. Very, 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 very supportive of all your streamers. And I do really, really support a lot of people finding a mod that's not a streamer. Like, I know I'm now streaming, and I swore to God, like, this entire year that I never would. I'd be the mod that's always just there for streamers. But everybody kept pushing me to stream because of the information that I have for you guys. And everybody always asking me questions and wanting the information. So I finally buckled down, and we've got here. So we'll see how it goes. Hope it's not a shit show, and hope you guys all enjoy it every single stream. I am going to, I think, start this raid over to Spin Super.
And never say never. That's
finish
just that,
up.
right?
Again, please, I know a lot of you guys haven't seen her around. Each of the other ones you guys have. Meagles, it is my bestie all times, like forever ago. Met her when I was 5 years old. Bestie. Lived across the street and the only friend that my mom would let me go hang out with. Give her some love. Her and her sister both. Kimu, who's I know hiding in the background somewhere there, but through her you will find the other. They're amazing people, and they trust me, you'll have a fun time. She's a sweetheart. Thank you very much, all of you, for stopping by. I love you all, and I very much appreciate it. Again, Tara Lee Live, if you want to know anything about that green side of things and dab it up with Tara Lee, you can find her at that link at YouTube. And my socials are here, where you can find all the teams that I do help out with all over the place. Again, find me Wednesday, Thursday, and Sundays right here or anywhere in chat. You know I'm here 24/7. Team No Sleep. We're good at that. And find me in some Discords occasionally for those virtual audience if you want to chit chat on the side. You know where I am. Love you guys all. Safe travels. And thank you. You guys are fabulous. Did it work? Yes, I rated. Hallelujah.
You did it. You did it. Oh, you're ready to
Spin. I'm
He
straight.
was already on.
Let's go over to
I was already on him. I was already on him. Oh, okay.